Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com, and I'm joined today by the 6'5 guys, Steve Lawrence and Ed Mobley. Thanks for joining me.
Glad to be here.
Happy to be here, Gavin.
Cool, so the subject today is, we're in the Ruger Precision Rifle Series. We're talking about the Vortex Viper 6-24 by 50 PST rifle scope, which you guys actually had a chance to use hands-on.
Yeah.
Correct. And what's notable about the scope is the price point of under $1,000, because there's a lot of interest in the PRS production class, and this is one of a number of scopes that would qualify for that.
Yeah, when we go to matches and we see folks that are new to the sport, are probably interested in running in the production class, which has a price cap of $3,000 between the rifle and the optic. If you're going to spend, $1,400 for a rifle, a lot of times they're going to be going to something like the Vortex Viper PST, because it comes in underneath that price cap and it gives them a little bit left over for other things. So, and it really doesn't give up anything in terms of some of the other scopes that are out there. I mean, it's clear glass. The elevation and windage turrets are going to dial precisely and get you on target, so it doesn't really give up anything to a lot of the higher priced scopes that are out there.
Yeah, and Steve, I mean, you can go out to the PRS website, and they've got a list of optics and rifles that qualify for production class. And I mean, this is just an example of a combination of a rig that will get you on target. And for the newer shooter, they can just stop obsessing and they can just back away from the keyboard and start shooting.
Have complete confidence that it's going to get the job done.
Yeah, and it's what I like is, there's clarity, there's features, and there's sort of quality and performance, right? And at this price point, I think they really dialed the knobs well to hit the right points. To get the price where it needs to be, to get the performance where it needs to be. In my experience, we were shooting at 600 yards and at 1,000 yards.
And beyond.
And beyond.
Yep.
Yeah. And I found that the rifle, the ammo, the shooter app, and the optics really all worked really well together. This is in milliradians here.
Yep.
Which, if you're using something like the shooter app, it's just a matter of which measurement you've selected, and then surprisingly easy to get on target. I was amazed.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes up to 24 power, and I know as a newer shooter, when I had a scope that went up, I was always cranking up the magnification. But as you learn, you'll be better served running at mid-magnification, because it gives you a better field of view.
You don't get lost trying to find the target.
Exactly, and on hot days like this, it really helps minimize the mirage.
Yeah, a lot of new shooters, if they're zoomed in on a hot day, they may think there's something wrong with their scope. They just, gosh, it's not, I can't see the target very clearly. It's just not focusing in, and what they're seeing is the effects of mirage, which is the the heat radiating from the ground up through the air, and it refracts the light, and it causes a little bit of an optical distortion.
That can be an issue with running a hot suppressor and a hot barrel, of course. So I know for all you out there, you probably want to take a look through the scope. I'm going to do my best to give you guys a vicarious view here. So here at the Ultimate Reloader Outpost, there's a few different rangings that I typically shoot at. 1,250 yards up to some rocks. So if we're just shooting for fun, tracers or whatever. There's also some steel out at 600 yards. And then we also do a lot of shooting here at 100 yards, of course, right? Getting the rifle on paper, getting it the zero set, and then shooting test groups to kind of evaluate baselines. And I would have to say, under those conditions and at those ranges, this scope has done really, really well.
Absolutely, and I also noticed, Gavin, that the rings are mounted in a set of quality Vortex rings.
Yeah, and that's the biggest question that I've had actually from you all is, what rings did you use and what ring height? So I'm going to go through that real quick. So these are the Vortex, the precision matched set, the CNC machined, the ones that don't need lapping. I didn't lap them. I just put it down, and of course I used a torque screwdriver, and I was careful about cross torquing everything, and it's held really consistently. So specifically, these are the high height rings. The Vortex code on that is PMR-30-126. They're 1.26 inch height, and what I like about this setup is you've just got enough clearance here between the objective belt and the Picatinny rail, about 1/8 of an inch. So you're minimizing your bore axis. but you have that clearance. So the 30 mil scope, this high height Vortex rings, and the Ruger precision rifle, really nice setup.
And what's notable is these rings are OEM by Seekins, so you can also get them through Seekins.
Yeah. Same rings, but under the Seekins brand.
Yeah, and actually, I like these rings so much, and trying to figure out what's going to work. Going by past experience is always a good thing if you have high confidence. So I bought this second set is for the other Ruger precision rifle. So you're going to want to stick around. I got another cool rifle scope, story coming up on that. But no, this package, been really happy, with this setup. The Harris bipod with the tension lock. I've got the sling with the QD. Love the QD system that's built into the rifle, the folding buttstock, and this scope. They've all performed really well.
Yeah, and Vortex has been pretty good about providing ancillary products for their scopes. I mean, I particularly like the zoom levers that they have available for their various
I saw you
scopes.
running that on yours.
Yeah, really like those.
Cool. So, question for you all. If you're running this scope, what do you think of it? You can drop a comment in the video and let us know how you're finding it to perform, what you're running it on, if it's a Ruger precision rifle or another type of rifle. Always like to hear your experiences. And you're going to want to stick around because I got a lot more optics stories coming up. Thanks, Steve and Ed, for joining me. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss any of the action, please subscribe to the channel. Until then, happy shooting and happy reloading.